Okay, we live here. Nerd Sheet Talks with Nicholas. How are you, Nick?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode.
Woohoo. Nerd Sheet Talks, and we are here to talk about specific things.
Mainly WandaVision.
Mainly WandaVision, episode 7 and 8.
Yes. Let me share this.
Finale is going to be coming up soon.
Need to do some sharing, guys. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, we're gonna do episode 7 and 8. We missed a week. We kind of skipped a week. We've been busy, life. But
This is true.
yeah, we.
I'm sorry, sharing stuff. Here we go. Hey, my name's Gabriel again, and there's Nick. Say hi, Nick.
Hey guys, how you doing?
What's up with your Johnny Cupcake shirt?
Yeah, man, I gotta represent.
So Nick has been participating in the Amaya Bros raffles, and
Participating or dominating?
our good friends, the Amaya Brothers. I really like doing that one. And Nick here has been winning every single raffle.
Not every single dude. I was on a stretch. I've been going at it for like months, and I haven't hit. I hit one in like September. And since then, I haven't hit no raffle. Now, the past 3 weeks in a row, I've won the raffle with one spot.
That's crazy.
With one spot.
I think I've only
Very
won
lucky.
One of their raffles.
Yeah, but you won a huge
Which
book.
to me was the best book they've
for
ever
you,
posted.
yeah.
So,
But the book that I just won last night was pretty sick. It's going to be a lot.
was it Strange Academy you got?
Too, yeah. It was the second appearance of them, of a lot of new characters. And it's signed by Scotty Young, the artist of that cover. That's a 9.8. A 9.8 and 9.6. I forgot. I was just so happy that I won. I didn't even care.
What's that?
Sorry. It's live stream. I'm sending like videos. I was on Twitter. Just random videos popping up now on my feed. Yeah, I'm very happy I won those books. Thanks, Nettie and Tom.
Yeah, really good to get those raffles going. Really big in our comic book community to do auctions and raffles and really like get all these books out there for collectors and things like that. It's a really big part of our community.
And we do it like we do these raffles so we can get money to get more books. Like I think I'm gonna be doing the next raffle for them because I actually have a Lethal Protector #1. That's a 9.4, and I have the whole set. Just one of them's graded, but the rest of them are 9.4s, I believe.
Nice.
So we'll see how that goes. Maybe if people want to go in for that raffle, go right ahead to go to Amaya Bros Comics and check it out.
Amaya Bros Comics. But anyways, let's get into WandaVision episodes 7 and 8. We'll start with 7, which was the Modern Family inspired episodes. I guess the New Millennium, late 2000s, 2010s, around there. Style of TV that they got into. What did you think? Overall impressions of that episode?
So, for the intro, I like the intro, the like Modern Family intro, where it's literally like a Modern Family. It was the only difference was it wasn't as many characters as Modern Family, so it was a little.
No, they
weird.
did an Office intro.
Was it the Office intro?
Yeah,
but wasn't it?
It had the Wanda and all the different.
Oh yeah, different things. Yeah, and it was the Office.
Song kind of sounded like the Office.
Yeah, I liked that one. But the first one for me, the best one for me was the one from last week.
Which one was the one from?
Not last week. The one from like 2 weeks ago. Which one was the best? Oh, the 90s one. That one still is the best one for me.
Oh, the Malcolm in the Middle
Yeah,
one.
and then the Bewitched one is the best one after that.
Yeah, the WandaVision.
That was the second one. The second episode. That one I liked second.
Yeah, I agree. For me, the best one was the Malcolm in the Middle inspired intro, and then the 60s Bewitched kind of animated intro.
I thought that one.
Those
was
were
awesome.
the two best ones for sure.
I like the actual cartoon, like the animatedness of like the. Yeah. I love that one. Oh, it's so good.
But what do you think of the episode? What they did in that episode?
So 7 isn't that when they revealed Agatha?
At the end,
they finally revealed it was Agatha Harkness. Spoilers, guys. Jesus, I hope everyone knows this is spoilers.
Yeah, at
by
this
now.
point.
At this point, I hope. Yeah, we find out that finally that Agatha is pretty much the villain.
It's been Agatha
It's all along. Dude, they've been coming out with jams on this series.
Seriously.
They've been coming out with jams.
So that one, the people who did that song, I guess, did the entire soundtrack for Frozen.
No wonder it's so catchy.
Yeah,
it's so
they
catchy.
kind of know how to do these catchy tunes that everyone can really get into and things like that. But yeah, like you said, they revealed Agatha at the end. Throughout the episode, you get Darcy was in there as the escape artist, and
Vision.
she's with Vision, and they're trying to get back to Wanda's house, and
Wanda's
all these
making
obstacles,
So do you think the obstacles were Wanda, or do you think they were Agatha?
Well, according to the song, it's been Agatha all along.
That's true.
So,
but it seemed like it was Wanda too, though.
I don't know. At this point, I really
don't know. We don't know what's what at this point.
But so that's what Vision and Darcy were doing, and they were doing the whole Modern Family like interview thing.
Yeah. Vision's like, why am I sitting here at the end? That was great. I thought that was great, like comic relief from that like scene, because it was getting kind of like, it got kind of dark at certain points where the like some certain things that they're talking about. It's like him like dying and like dying again, coming back and then dying again, and I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, Darcy explained to him he's an Avenger, he's died, and you start to see Vision kind of understand Wanda's grief.
Yeah.
And what she's been going through and how she's coping with it. So and of course he doesn't remember being an Avenger, all this stuff. So it was kind of good to kind of see him start to understand where Wanda's coming from.
Yeah.
In the meantime, it was Wanda was pretty much home,
like seeing all the glitches happening, a bunch of glitches.
Yeah, and then all these things are going through the times and all that, and the milk was changing from almond milk to the old school milk to even older, and all. So then Agatha comes.
Oh, I'll take the twins for you, so you can have a mom day. Yeah.
So you can, and of course that's her just kind of kidnapping the kids.
Yeah, which.
But I think what's the coolest part about this episode was Monica just marching her way into the hex, and she's going through, and you can see like
her changing from the series,
like you hear the voice, which I think was dialogue from the Captain Marvel movie.
Yeah,
and then she pretty much confirms all her powers, and you can see how she sees everything, like all the energy.
Photon. She becomes Photon.
She pretty
right?
much is gonna become Photon. So she sees everything and all the energy fields and all that cool stuff. Her eyes were glowing like blue.
It was so cool. It was cool.
But she eventually gets to Wanda's house, and that's when they had that little confrontation. Yeah. And Wanda uses her powers, but then Monica is like holding her own, like did the whole superhero landing.
Yeah. That was cool. That was different.
And of course, Agatha comes and whisks Wanda away to her house, and that's when we start to get the reveal of Agatha. When she goes to the basement
at the beginning,
and all that stuff,
pulls her into like a spell, like a force field spell.
Yes. So, and then that's pretty much how it ends, revealing the whole
Agatha the song behind, at the great song at the end.
Yeah, she was behind everything. Even Pietro showing up, which we'll talk about later, because it's still a little confusing. But essentially, she was behind everything in terms of like. The obstacles, I guess you would say.
Yeah, for each show. Like the rabbit, like the magic show thing, and like all that sort of thing.
So then we lead into episode
8.
You
forgot the mid-credit scene.
Oh, yeah, with Monica.
We had our first mid-credit scene.
Monica.
Or end-credit scene.
Yeah, Monica opening the basement doors, and then Pietro coming out.
Yeah, which...
Snoop is going to Snoop.
And
then it ends.
But I want to talk about that for a second. Do you think now that he is who he says he is? Because in episode 8, they kind of go into it more. Yeah. So, we got vlogging with Doza. What's up, Marlon?
Hello. Yep. Hey, Marlon.
What's up, Marlon?
How are you? We'll have you back on Nerd Cheat Talks eventually. Yeah. Check out vlogging with Doza. But so then we get to episode 8, and they reveal Agatha, Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh yeah, this is like the backstory of everything. Yeah,
a little different than the comic books, but essentially the same thing. She was a witch. She was, about to be burned.
She's also a lot younger in the series.
Yeah, well,
which we knew from the
technically she's still the same.
Still the same age.
She just looks younger.
Looks younger, yeah.
I think they explained with her sapping the life force from.
No,
the
I know,
other witches.
but even in the comic, you see how much older she is in a lot of the comics.
But I'm saying in this, they explain why she looks so young.
Yeah.
I think because she's sapping the life force from the witches.
From people, yeah.
So I'm guessing throughout all these centuries she's been alive, that's what she's been doing to like stay alive and look young. Which, makes sense in comic book.
This episode was very this episode 8 was very different because it was almost like the episode 3 or 4. Was it when they did the like catching up from episode 1 and 2, right? Was that 3? With Monica?
Episode 4 they did catch up.
So this is this is like another catch up episode where it backstories from Agatha for Wanda. It basically goes back in the past.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool what they did with Agatha. Makes sense. We kind of knew when we heard her name and how she showed up in the first episode. We kind of figured who she was going to be in the end. Well, we still don't know fully. I have a lot of tinfoil hat theories.
Yeah, well, it seems like what they confirmed was that Agatha pretty much entered the hex
to figure out how she got her powers.
Figure out how Wanda's doing this because she wants to gain those powers herself. What's called chaos magic is what she refers to it as.
Which is Scarlet Witch.
So it makes sense now, Agatha's character, how, and it reveals, of course, she was controlling Pietro, saying, "Oh, I couldn't use that body because it was riddled with bullets, so I used this body," and it was pretty much my eyes and mouth. So it was all her asking the questions. That's why Pietro was like, "How are you doing this?
How are you pushing?" Yeah.
So it confirms that she's really just wanting to figure out how Wanda's doing this.
Just like everyone else.
And what magic spells Wanda. Because, of course, Agatha is a witch sorceress that more traditional sense of she casts spells and she learns and she does, knows how to do these things. Whereas Wanda, of course, they haven't mentioned it yet, but she's a mutant. She just does this.
Yeah. There's no, learning. She just has it. Yeah.
Although in the comic books, eventually she does learn some actual magic and stuff through Agatha and
and that's the difference. I think that's going to be big in this. I don't think Agatha's going to teach her like she did in the comics. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? I mean, my tinfoil hat's been everywhere.
Yeah, no, I don't think she is.
No.
But this episode kind of does explain why Wanda kind of had this whole thing with television.
Yeah.
Which
was great. It tied it perfectly. I really enjoyed that.
And it has to do a lot with trauma and how she deals with trauma by escaping
to those
which is something that a lot of people really do with certain issues. They need escapism, whether it be through TV or movies or books and things like. They just need escapism from certain things that are going on in their life. So explain that very well, how her family in this war-torn country, they had these movies, and that's where they used to kind of forget about what's really going on out there.
Yeah. And
so along with that, with doing all these trips to the past, it reveals that yes, she's had powers since before the Mind Stone.
But the Mind Stone's what actually unlocks it.
The Mind Stone amplifies
it. Yeah.
Because which I thought was really cool how Agatha said, "Oh, was it the probability spell to stop that bomb from going off?" Which in the comic books, a lot of Wanda's powers has to do with probability. Yeah. So I thought that was really good the way they did that. But it reveals that she's had powers. It's just the Mind Stone kind of amplified it. And then of course we get the scene when she's captured by Hydra or whatever, and she touches the Mind Stone,
and they don't even know how it happened either. I love that they
the security footage.
The security footage, it just didn't even show it. Just showed her on the ground, and it's just cool how Marvel thinks of certain ideas where I wouldn't even have freaking thought of that to do it that way, and because they even in the movie in Age of Ultron, we never see how they do it. We just see them in their rooms using their powers, and we never really go into it. So I was happy that we got into that. I don't mind these backstory episodes.
I like them.
I don't mind them because it gives us a little more take. Even with her family, they actually sent the bomb through the house, showing the Stark Industries missile. Yep. I thought they're really keeping up with showing the past movies and making sure they're Like they're fact checking everything they've done in the past.
Yeah, no, I think it's really good callback to that Stark thing. And then of course, so we get the childhood one, and we get the Hydra thing, but then we get that really great scene that people are still talking about right now.
On the bed scene?
Yeah. Where she's just sitting in her room. She knows Vision's there.
Yep.
She says, Vision, come on in. He comes through the wall. They sit down and they talk. And it's really her, right after she joins the Avengers, her brother just died.
Like it was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was like 3 weeks ago.
And now she's in this brand new country. She doesn't know anyone.
At the Avengers Tower.
She's just part of this Avengers team who took her in. So she's going through a lot. Yeah.
And Vision was the first one. Yeah.
To like comfort her, even though he himself is an android who really
was just born 2 weeks ago. Yeah. He was literally just born 2-3 weeks ago.
He's, trying to understand the emotion in the human, and he has that great line that says, what is it?
What is love?
What is grief if
grief?
Not love persevering?
Yeah.
Persevering. So I was like, damn. I looked at my girl. I was like, I'm gonna say that at your funeral. That was a great freaking line.
I was like, wow, dude. Like I think like acting wise and like in these like for it being a smaller show, it's such a movie feel, and like you could see how much time they've put into that like connection of Vision and Wanda now. Like it's so good. I'm very happy with Vision. I really like. I just hope they do more with Vision.
And I love their relationship even from the beginning. Like, and Morgan didn't know this, but I remember watching Age of Ultron in theaters, right? And I knew Vision was coming because Ultron was creating Vision.
Yeah, we knew it was
in the back of my head, I'm like, I wonder if they're gonna do
the romance.
Yeah,
we talked about that the last podcast. So we were surprised that they did.
I'm watching this movie in theaters. Vision is born after Thor, and then Vision comes out. The first person he sees and looks at is Wanda, and they had this moment.
Right there, we knew that they were going to do it.
I was like, they're doing it. They have to. Doing it.
And they're going to. And
then, of course, each movie, it progressed. Civil War, you saw it progress more, and then all this, and then Avengers, of course. It's just such a great relationship.
The show also, like, what I like, because we haven't seen too much of them in the movies, like, together. There's only, 5 scenes together?
Just Civil War and Infinity War.
But, like, think about how many scenes are really together with them, too. It's only a few. And look how strong that connection was that they gave us. And this show literally just pushes it so much more, and I'm so happy with it. With how they've progressed their relationship. There are some things... Now, after this episode, there are some things where I'm kind of upset about how they're progressing.
Tell me.
So, like, you know how you were upset about, like, them, like, how it was slow to progress and, like, there's a lot of side quests?
Oh, for Mandalorian?
Yeah. Like, so for this, I feel like I was thinking, like, the stage that they're at now should have been, like, an episode ago. Like, I think I got my hopes up too much for it to be, like, a legit Marvel movie. And I was thinking it was going to be very, like... actiony. These last like 2 episodes I thought were going to be like, well, technically we don't know what's happening for the 9th episode.
That's true. We still got one more,
and it's going to be a little bit longer. They've already confirmed the time is going to be like 50 minutes, I think. So it's going to be a little bit more screen time. But I was saying like how like I don't know how am I trying to explain? Like I thought the story of progression, how I thought the story was going to be, was a little bit further than like. How, like, the end credit scene, I thought that was going to be for episode 7. Like, I thought it was a little bit more pushed.
Well, I think if you just watch it all together, it kind of fits in
a little bit better.
But no, this episode 8, we're talking.
Just very backstory. Yeah.
All backstory.
Just the last, like, 5 minutes was new. Like,
what's amazing about this episode was... Yeah, you see, like, in the flashbacks, you see Vision and all that, but really, Vision's not in it.
No.
Like, in terms of, like, Hex Vision. Monica's not in. No one's in. Wanda and Agatha, and then the twins at the end.
Yeah.
So let's get to the ending part after all the flashback scenes, and it kind of goes to... Well, even before that, the last flashback scene, was revealing what actually happened
with her and
when
Vision.
she went to Sword.
So Mad messed up.
Yes.
Hayward's a bastard.
Immediately when I first saw Hayward, I'm like, white guy in a suit. Come on, he's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy. Yeah, it's like everything, like in like Winter Soldiers and stuff. Like the main guy was the bad guy. It was like he worked for Hydra. Like we knew that. Yep. So it was so bad how they messed. Like I feel bad for Wanda because they literally like. It was so bad. That last scene was like. Ooh. That last backstory scene. It was just so messed up. Like I knew Hayward was like a jerk, but I didn't think he would go like how he did that was messed up.
Which of course we still got to find out what exactly is Hayward, other than obviously building the new Vision. But it has to be. That
was the mid-credit scene.
So we got to figure that out. But besides the breaking into Sword scene,
which didn't happen.
Which
didn't happen.
Didn't actually happen. She leaves Vision's body
there,
and then she gets the letter or whatever.
Well, it was from Vision. Vision did this,
So she goes onto the property that they were gonna build a home together and all that. In this
says to grow old when
in this random town.
That was another one. Mad heartbreaking.
Oh my god!
I was like, oh, what's that envelope? At first, I thought someone put that envelope there, like broke in the car and put it in there. But when we find out she takes it out, it says a heart in the middle of the land that Vision got for them, and it was in Westview. Mm-hmm. It was actually there, and you
see all the people that eventually get trapped and they just have their normal job, just a small rundown town. And that was Vision's plan to just grow old with her.
There.
And of course, that just pulls at our heartstrings. But then, of course, big props to Elizabeth Olsen for like putting so much emotion into that scene. And then that's what triggers her to make the hex.
To create the hex.
And you see Vision literally
coming out for her. Yep.
But what I thought was really cool that they did, when she's creating all of this, all the energy that comes out of her is red. But when she makes Vision, it turns
into the Mind Stone.
The Mind Stone color.
So that's where like now we know that it's not really Vision in the hex.
Nope.
It's all her. It's from her. It's all her. And what we get from that mid-credit scene or that end credit scene was White Vision, which Hayward, what Cataract's, the Cataract story, whatever that file was, him creating the White Vision,
which is Evil Vision.
Evil Vision. West Avengers, like what is it, 42? That comic,
West Coast Avengers,
dude. That comic now blew up.
Oh yeah,
blew. As soon as that mid credit scene, I'm like, I started going on eBay, and like not even 2 hours later, there was like crazy. 10 more listings of that. But
comic. Project Cataract. What happens when you have cataracts? You have bad vision.
Bad vision.
AKA evil
vision. And you know what? Like, what was funny? That didn't even go into my mind.
Cataracts. I figured cataracts has to do with your eyes, so I figured something.
No, I know. But, like, I didn't, like, think of, like, cataracts, bad vision or something. Like, I didn't think of, like, that.
So, essentially, in the comic books, White Vision is exactly how they're doing, pretty much, only... In the comic books, it's different because Wonder Man has a lot to do with it.
Yeah,
right? Is it Wonder Man or Mr. Wonderful? I don't know what it is. But
that's a weird story.
So essentially, they rebuild Vision, but he doesn't have that essential part that makes him Vision.
Jarvis. Isn't that like Jarvis in the Mind Stone?
In the movies.
In the movies, it's the Mind. Yeah,
the Jarvis AI along with the Mind Stone that kind of makes him Vision.
Yeah,
but in the comic books, it's something else. But essentially, that's what it is. So it's literally just an android that's a weapon and has no emotions.
But with Vision's old body. This is Vision's old body.
All of Vision's powers, all of it. And he's pretty much just gonna tear everything apart.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought Wanda did break into the thing. I thought that was. I thought she broke in. I thought that was his body.
They made us think that.
Yeah, I was like, they definitely did that. Like whatever. Like I could see that. Like push her over the edge enough, and you find out that like Hayward is actually being like civil with her, right? Like, like really nice to meet you, like truly like pleasure to meet you. And then like you see her break the glass, but that's all that's real. After that, she
breaks the doors down and then she breaks the glass, but that's
the only real footage.
Yeah, no, it's tough. And then of course she gets to the land and all that, and she creates the hex. But then that mid-credit scene with the White Vision reveal,
I was like,
I think it's going to lead to a lot. But really, we end with Agatha with the kids by whatever the neck thing.
Yeah,
whatever
with her, her spell she was doing, she was holding them by the neck.
She's saying pretty much to Wanda, you're supposed to be a myth.
You're a chaos. You're
using chaos magic.
Yeah.
That makes you the Scarlet Witch. So they finally
name dropped her. Yeah. I always call her Scarlet Witch, but they never really name dropped her till now, and I was so surprised that they did that. It was I was like, oh my god, and Sam was like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, no, I thought it was pretty dope. They finally name drop her and all that. And then pretty much the episode ends, and then the after credit scene with White Vision. So, what are your predictions for the season finale? And to me, really series finale, because I don't think they're going to be doing more WandaVision.
They said Kevin Feige said like, there could be. I'm like, no, there isn't.
Said never say never, but
this is stupid. I think it would be dumb if they tried to do a second season.
What do you think is going to happen in the season finale? Because we still got that big cameo. That's going to happen.
Yeah, we still have the big cameo.
So what do you think is going to happen in the season finale?
All right. So my tinfoil hat prediction. We still got to put in. We got to put in a sound for tinfoil hats. We got to pick one after.
Well, it's. I got you.
Oh, wait.
What's your theory?
So my theory is that I think my theory is that one, I think it's going to be Vision, Wanda versus Bad Vision and Agatha. I think Agatha's going to have a fighting role in this. They've already released one clip. Did you see it? Picture still.
No, what is it?
So it's literally Vision, Wanda, and Billy and Tommy. Yeah.
Yep,
so that's the only. It made me think of The Incredibles.
Yeah. So they're gonna have definitely like a family thing,
break fight down. So that'll be cool. I think they're definitely gonna be a battle. I think I have so many thoughts in my head that I can't I don't know what's gonna happen. And I definitely think there's gonna be a huge cliffhanger. I don't think it's gonna wrap up in any way. I think the biggest wrap up is gonna be that Vision dies, like the white Vision's gone.
I think so. Yeah, I agree that there's not gonna be
there's gonna
be a cliffhanger.
A big one,
because I think it's gonna lead into Doctor Strange
or Spider-Man
and the Multiverse of Madness.
Or Spider-Man or Doctor Strange. Yeah, it's Spider-Man.
I don't think it's gonna lead into because this takes place
during Spider-Man
3 weeks after Endgame.
And then what is
Spider-Man Far From Home takes place 8 months after Endgame. So I don't think it's leading into Spider-Man. I think it'll lead into Multiverse of Madness. But we'll see what happens. I think it's definitely cliffhanger. I agree with that. I think both Visions are going to die.
Yeah, it's going to be done.
Both of
Vision's
them are
done. Which sucks.
She's finally got to, accept it, move on, maybe have a proper burial or something. We'll see what happens with that. I think the Visions are going to fight each other. I think it's going to be a great fight scene, hopefully. Obviously, Agatha and Wanda are going to get into it. I think Monica is going to have a big fight scene.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's going to be against Wanda for a little bit and then Agatha, or just straight up Agatha, or maybe Monica and White Vision. I don't know. I want to see Wanda. I want to see Monica kick some ass. So
I don't see her having a huge. I think something, but not huge.
Nah, I think she's gonna have a big fight scene.
You think so? Yeah. You think she's going to be really involved in it?
Because they have to really show her powers off.
But then they also have to really show off Vision. And they have to do more with Vision, I feel like.
No, yeah, they're going to. I think Monica and White Vision are going to fight.
I hope this isn't Vision's last thing. I think
it is.
I know, and I don't want it to be, though. I'm hoping that they do something else with him later on. Because, one, I like Vision. I like the character, the actor. I think that chemistry with him was perfect. I think they picked a good actor for it. Now, do you? The only thing for me is I think Wanda isn't gonna come out of this not normal, but I don't think she's gonna come out of this right away.
I think she's going to have her full-fledged powers, like the Mind Stone kind of showed her in her costume.
Yeah.
So I think she's gonna have her updated costume, full-fledged Scarlet Witch powers. She knows how to do everything now. I think the special cameo, even though it's kind of a letdown for me personally. I think it's gonna be Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange. That's the big cameo.
I think, I was about to say
they were hyping it up like a Luke Skywalker level cameo, which I get, and a lot of Star Wars fans are not gonna like when I say this, but I think it makes sense that it's the Luke Skywalker because, Luke Skywalker showing up in Mandalorian was, oh my god,
yeah.
But really, That's who everyone thought it was going to be.
That's who I thought it was going to be too. If it was someone returning, I was like, it has to be Luke then.
Yeah, that's the only everyone was like,
unless it was going to be like Kanan or like like from Rebels people. Yeah, there was no way.
There was a few theories, but the number one was Luke Skywalker
because it was the
so in this one, we have all these different theories on who it could be, but. Do you really
think they're gonna bring in Reed Richards in like this? Like I don't think so. I think they're gonna hold him now because the way that
honestly, I never really thought it was Reed Richards too much.
Dude, there's still a chance though.
I was always the one leaning towards Magneto more.
Yeah, that's even further for me.
To me, I'd say
for me that would
closer
make really
to be the big cameo, but we didn't really in reality. Doctor Strange is probably it in that.
I don't think. I think Doctor Strange is the one that's going to teach Wanda.
Oh yeah.
I think that's who's going to really teach. I think Agatha's maybe later on down the line. Maybe Agatha turns like good in a somewhat way. Maybe helps her.
No, I think
you don't think. You think she's going to be dead after this?
I don't think she's going to be dead. If it may be on her deathbed or whatever, I think there's going to be a post-credit scene that reveals who Agatha works for or something, or her husband that she keeps referring to.
Yeah, that's
Ralph.
what I was thinking. Her.
So I mean, either Mephisto or Nightmare or something.
I think it's gonna be Mephisto. I think it is.
It could be Mephisto.
I think so.
It could be saving Mephisto for something bigger. Nightmare makes sense too. I mean, Dormammu. I mean, even though we already seen him in Doctor Strange, it could be he didn't really do much in Doctor Strange. You know what I mean? No. Technically, it was what's his name that was the villain there working for Dormammu. But Dormammu didn't do much in that movie, so maybe this.
I'm gonna watch Doctor Strange soon.
Maybe Agatha's just someone else who's working for Dormammu, trying to get him over into this realm.
Yeah.
But I think Nightmare, Mephisto are the two possibilities of being the Doctor Strange villain. So I think Mephisto would be the cooler one, especially if Spider-Man leads into Doctor Strange, because Mephisto has a lot to do with Spider-Man's story too in the comic books, you know. So, especially with his secret identity being revealed, it's like, that's like in the comic books when his secret identity is revealed, who does he go to make a deal with? Mephisto.
Mephisto, That's
which cost him the marriage to Mary Jane and all that. So I'm sure something's gonna happen. Mephisto makes the most sense, but it could be other.
Very tinfoil hat thought. Now I just jumped in my mind. You know how he made that deal where he can't marry Mary Jane.
In the comic books,
yeah. So what happens if he does that same sort of deal for it, and then he doesn't marry Michelle, the one that's in
Michelle Jones?
Yeah, and then he ends up marrying the real MJ. You imagine they kick her.
I think that'll piss a lot of people off.
I like Zendaya.
Thing is though, I like Zendaya too. Yeah. She's I like them. She's a great actress.
She's a great actress.
I don't mind her being Mary Jane Watson. I'm just mad that they changed the name to Michelle Williams. Or what is it?
Michelle Jones, whatever it is.
Michelle Jones, whatever it was. That's what got me.
Yeah.
I was like, why?
Just
she could have still been Mary Jane.
Yeah, just say it's MJ, yeah.
So it was a little annoying.
It's
But anyways, no, Mephisto is probably
Mephisto's going to be, I think, the big one.
It's
the big
most
bad.
likely Mephisto. If they reveal that, maybe they'll save it. I don't know. I think that they got to reveal something big in order for us to be excited for Doctor Strange.
It could still be Reed Richards as the big person that's going to be cameoed in it. You never know.
It's possible, but I mean, I would.
He comes in and saves Monica and them because of Jimmy Woo calls calls her friend. I don't know, you never know. I feel like
I'm hoping Jimmy Woo kicks some ass though.
Imagine Darcy and Jimmy Woo. Yeah. Well, that's another thing. Darcy wasn't in this past episode either. Vision wasn't in this episode.
No,
really,
they really didn't show anything other than Agatha and Wanda in that.
So
basement.
I think that's why, since they said the initial time is 50 minutes. So there's a few extra minutes of time, so they're gonna. I think this episode's gonna feel like a Marvel fight where it's gonna be just next thing. It's gonna fly.
It's wrapping up all the stories, so it's gonna most likely get rid of the Hex. If not, she'll expand the Hex to the whole world and activate everyone's mutant powers.
That would be amazing. I think that would be.
But it confirms that
I'd be so happy.
So the Hex activates everyone's. Well, or gives them powers or activates their powers. The Mind Stone activates, amplifies her powers clearly. And then people have powers before that anyways.
Yeah.
which mutants, yeah. And people made the same point of I don't know if you remember the first X-Men movie in the year 2000.
Yes, first X-Men movie. Yes.
The very first scene of that movie. Do you remember what it is?
No.
It's Magneto as a child during the Holocaust.
Oh yeah, and it was
they take his mom away.
Yeah.
And he reaches out to get his mom, and that's when his powers finally activate.
Started, yeah.
And he rips the whole fence
apart. Wait, are you talking about the first X-Men or the
first X-Men? They redo that scene for First Class.
Yeah, but they really redid. That's why
in the first X-Men movie, that was the first scene of the movie. Yeah. So it shows you mutants' powers are activated by trauma.
Yeah, trauma.
Same thing with Wanda. That bomb went off, and then the other one landed. She stopped it from going off because her powers activated through trauma. So I think a lot of people on Earth probably already have their powers, just have been hiding it. I think Professor X probably has been recruiting the kids this whole time without anyone really knowing. And I think Magneto could already be out there. And
it's an easy way to...
I'm still sticking with my theory. Ian McKellen's going to show up, and then Wiccan is going to de-age him, and he's going to be Michael Fassbender.
That'd be cool. I'd be happy with them bringing back those old actors. Like we said before, we'd be happy with that.
They were both great as Magneto,
and then also even for the Professor X side, they both were good.
Yeah, yep, I agree. I think the big cameo that they've been hyping up is just gonna be Doctor Strange.
So if they do, I'd be very upset. I would be happy if they do Doctor Strange and someone else.
I mean,
that would be great. I would be very happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's gonna be Benedict Cumberbatch, or maybe they'll swerve us and it's Benedict, and then later on they're like, oh,
never mind,
we got this other person too.
Yeah. There's a lot of things they can do. It'll be very like, when are you gonna watch? When are you gonna try to watch the episode?
I usually watch it Friday night. When I'm eating dinner.
I literally watch it while I'm on like my work break on Friday because I literally don't go on my phone at all in the mornings. I just like text him or whoever I need to text.
I don't have the app on my phone, so I don't watch it on my phone.
Oh, Disney Plus,
yeah. I just keep it on the PayStation. That's where I watch it. I watch it when I'm eating dinner and all that. It's our Friday night tradition. I'm really looking forward to the week after they're doing the behind the scenes episode.
Yeah, and then the week after that is Falcon and Winter Soldier, which we'll be probably talking about that next. Yeah. So,
although I think that one's going to be more actiony and maybe some like story. Stuff like what's really going on and stuff like that, but not as intense.
I think this is going to be like action, like Winter Soldier style action movie like that.
But, Winter Soldier was action and all that, but also it was like,
figured out
espionage, like what's going on.
I think that
there's a conspiracy going on with the government. And
I definitely think it's going to be a totally different show than what Wanda is, which I'm fine with. I think we need some sort of action, especially this past year where we've had no Marvel. I'm happy with getting a show that just like is a full on action.
Yeah. No, I agree. And then we got Loki right after that.
So. And that's going to be like, I think that's going to be a mix, but I think it's going to be more of talkative. Yeah. He talks a lot, man. Yeah, that's going to be very like mysterious and
I don't really know much about it yet to really know how it's going to be.
But I think it's going to be a lot more mysterious or like very like him like being Loki.
Yeah. See what happens. But no, WandaVision, I'm looking forward to the season finale. It's going to be great and just the theories are going wild. And I think what's really good is after the season finale, all the theories can be put to bed. And just be like, this is what it is.
Because then I think we're gonna have a cliffhanger that's gonna put us over the edge.
But the theories
the big
about
thing for like WandaVision, yes,
will be done.
Yes,
and then everything will pretty much just be Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness theories and things like that. So, but no, I think definitely Vision's done. I think we're not gonna see Vision again.
Upsetting.
I think Wanda's gotta finally accept it. I think the twins are going to be done.
You think so? They're not going to come back?
They're not going to come back. They're going to do like they did in the comic books probably, and they disappear, and then later on they figure out a way to get them back, and then they're teenagers.
Yeah.
And they're going to do like a Young Avengers thing because they got, what's her name in Hawkeye? It's going to be, what's her name?
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop, and then in Ant-Man sequel, they got Cassie Lang already as a teenager. So they're going to do some kind of Young Avengers thing, I think, and eventually. Then, so Wiccan and Speed are going to be there.
Kevin Feige already said, we might not have to wait too long for, these younger cast members to come. So, and then remember, they also got Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
That's another Kamala Khan. That's another younger, like, person that's going to come.
Avengers, yep.
So.
Yeah, I think, and a lot. And even Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah.
He's part of Young Avengers before he shows up and before he becomes Kang the Conqueror.
So yeah.
No, I think a lot of good stuff. I think the twins aren't going to be there. I think Agatha's story's going to wrap up pretty much.
So you think the twins? So Wanda made Vision, so the twins are made by Wanda. So I mean, it like we don't know. I mean, you never know. It might just throw us into a huge cliffhanger.
We don't know for sure.
This is just
my theories. I think Agatha's story is going to be wrapped up. She's either going to die or, be on her deathbed, and then post credits on her deathbed, she's going to like reach out to whoever she's working for or whatever. Definitely a big reveal on who's behind Agatha and who's the main villain for Doctor Strange. I think is going to be revealed. I think Doctor Strange is going to be the big cameo everyone's talking about. I think Monica's going to show off her powers a little more. They really got to show off a nice battle scene with her. Because I'm pretty sure she's going to be in the Captain Marvel sequel. So
yes.
They got to show off her powers a little bit. And I think Darcy and Jimmy Woo are going to have a little fun beating up Hayward's people. Just Hayward, have a little.
I hope so.
I want to see Jimmy Woo beat someone up. So that's.
I love that.
He's
they
awesome.
Brought so many good characters in this series.
So I started watching Young Rock.
You did? So what do you think?
First off, funny freaking show.
Yeah.
I love, and I don't watch wrestling like religiously as I did like back in the day.
Yeah.
But I still like wrestling. And what's cool about this is, so the concept of the show is, it's the year 2032, and The Rock is running for president.
That makes sense.
So he's doing...
That dude does a lot.
He's doing a sit-down interview, like a tell-all interview about his life, and the person interviewing him is Randall Park, who plays Jimmy Woo on WandaVision, and he's playing a version of himself who's now a news anchor for some reason and not an actor. So the first episode of Young Rock, he pretty much goes through 3 phases of his life.
Yeah.
And one phase is a little kid.
Yeah.
And another phase is high school, teenage, 15 years old. The other one is when he goes to Miami University, plays football. And his dad...
I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched it yet, so don't tell me too much. I want to watch it.
But his dad, Rocky Johnson, has a lot to do with the story. Because it also not only shows The Rock in different phases of it, it shows his dad in different phases of his life. His dad, when The Rock's a little kid, his dad is at the top of his game, wrestling for Vince, all these great things with Andre the Giant and the Iron Sheik and all this stuff. And then when he's in high school, he doesn't work for Vince anymore. He's doing like smaller shows and stuff. And then by the time like The Rock's like a young adult in college and all that, Rocky Johnson's pretty much not wrestling anymore, has to get a regular job. So it's really interesting. Like they go through all these phases. So the first episode, they showed all 3. And I guess how they're going to do it is each episode's going to be just one specific. So the second episode was just a high school story, which I thought was really funny and cool. And no, it's a really good show. It's funny.
I got to watch it.
The Rock, when he plays himself in the year 2032 is hilarious. Each person they got to play him looks really like him in those years. The guy who plays his dad looks just like him.
That's kind of creepy.
And Randall Park just is hilarious in it. And that dude's in everything now. He's like the new Sam Jackson. Dude's in everything. But I thought it was great. You definitely should give it a watch.
I'll watch it. I need a record.
Pretty sure it's on I think Hulu and Peacock. So.
Okay, good.
But no, it's really funny. Anyways, WandaVision. I'm looking forward to it. Any last thoughts about WandaVision?
No. I mean, I'm just excited, man. I would.
Morgan commented.
Oh, what'd she say?
She said it was Agatha all along. The song of the year.
Dude, that is literally going to be one of the songs of the year.
That was a banger.
That was a banger. I mean, tell you the truth, I kind of like when they do huge cliffhangers. So I'm hoping for a cliffhanger. I'm very excited about what's next now more than anything. I'd be very happy if they do the cliffhanger of like she opens the hex even more and it ends up being everyone mutants. I'd be very happy because I just want them to like involve mutants. Like I really like. I'm hoping.
Do you think they gotta actually say the word mutant by the end
of this? Mm-hmm. That in like a like a fantasy, like they're gonna mutant drop, but they're not gonna. They have to hold it
Yeah.
Do you think they say X like X-Men?
No.
Imagine you see Professor X or something.
No.
Just see the
special cameo. He just in his wheelchair, rolling in hey guys.
See a bald guy's head in the back in a wheelchair.
I would lose it.
Dude, I'd freak. We know it's not going to. We're just hoping, but we're not.
I think the chances of them just saying the word mutant is higher. Like I would say over 50% chance that they'll say the word mutant. But I wouldn't say above like 70%.
Yeah, it's
they'll say it.
It's still
high though. Yeah. It's a high percentage that they'll say. Imagine
I'd if I watch it at work, because I might wait to watch it with Sam on Friday, because me and Sam are just Sam and me are tired at night. Sometimes we don't watch it together. And I was like, this one we might have to watch together, but she's probably gonna freak out because I'm gonna probably be yelling the whole time.
Yeah, no,
I'm like, oh my god.
No, it's exciting, man. I really like this show. I'm looking forward to the season finale. I'm really glad that they release one episode at a time each week.
Yeah,
because
I mean, I'm all right with it. I mean, I'm the binger. I like binging, but
but it wouldn't have had as much
an impact,
you know, if they just dumped all the episodes everything out there. Like we would have just had one, maybe two podcasts about it, and then that's it. No one really be talking about it much. Yeah. So I like the one episode a week kind of thing.
You know what it is? It leaves like that cliffhanger for each week, and it just makes me want to watch it more.
People are talking about it every week. Yeah. You know, that's.
I mean, look, the past 9 weeks we've been doing the podcast
about it since January.
Yeah. So. It's just so much happens in the one episode that we have to talk about. There's just no way to not talk about it.
I agree. No, but love the show. And there's one more thing we got to talk about. Not WandaVision. They revealed the title for Spider-Man.
Oh, yes. That was huge, and we weren't able to talk about it right away. But
so, No Way Home.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I was good. I'm fine with it. I mean, it wasn't anything like super cheesy, which is fine. It was No Way Home. It makes sense because of what happened at the end of the Spider-Man. Because of what happened at the end of the last Spider-Man from Far From Home, it makes sense to do No Way Home.
So what do you think the No Way Home means? Because you're saying it makes sense, but why does it make sense?
So because like he can't get home because he had to run away.
Because everyone knows his identity.
Because everyone knows who he is. Yeah. Well, just like that, look at the Zendaya, Tom Holland, and Ned. What's Ned's name? I always feel bad because I always forget his name because he's such a good.
His name's Ned.
No. His real name.
The actor?
Yes.
Jacob.
That's what it was. Yeah. Jacob. I follow him and everything. That's the funny thing. Yeah. They posted, all three of them posted screenshot the fake titles. Ones, yeah. When all three of them posted, I was like, oh, we're gonna get the real one soon. There's no way that the producers and like Kevin Feige
of the fake ones, which one's your favorite?
I didn't want Home Slice.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious, but I wouldn't want that as a thing.
I thought Tom Holland's was the best one.
Which one was that one?
That was Phone Home.
Phone Home. That one was awesome too, but I was like, it can't.
What was Jacob's? I forgot what Jacob. Home. I forgot what it was. Home Slice, Phone Home.
I posted every single one on my story on Insta because I was like, oh my God, they're dropping stuff. God,
it's so funny.
I was like, they're dropping us.
People thought it was legit. Like Phone Home. Like, people started doing theories on like,
Phone
this
home.
Is what it means. Phone
E.T.'s
home,
gonna be in.
They're like,
E.T.'s gonna be in this. I was like, dude, really? I was like, you really think they're gonna do that? Yeah, Tom Holland was Phone Home with the green Spider-Man, which I don't know what.
Jacob was Homewrecker.
That one was good too. That one, I like that one the most.
Scott says, "What's up?"
Hey, what up, Scott?
What's up? Let us know your season finale of WandaVision theories on what you think's gonna happen in the comments. No, the title officially is No Way Home. You say you like it.
I like it.
Why? First off, I immediately started making fun of it. I was like, "Oh, No Way Homes, yeah." But No Way Home, I don't know. It's just kind of like It's just to me.
Would you rather have been Home Slice?
Not Home Slice.
That's what I mean. Like
No Way Home.
It makes sense to the title.
So I guess it could be like, he's on the run, stuff like that.
Which it is. You could kind of see in
with
the
his secret identity, or it could be an actual multiverse thing where he's like, You know,
hopping
like
multiverse,
Stewie
right?
and Brian, like just multiverse hopping. You
Dude,
know,
it like that title literally just threw off like tinfoil theories. That's it.
Oh yeah, for
it
sure.
just.
Oh, Scott says White Vision is Ultron. What do you think?
Yeah, because technically, if you take away Jarvis and the Mind Stone, you do technically get Ultron's mindset.
No, but I feel like White Vision is more like
just a robot.
Yeah, like not because Ultron is an AI whose purpose was to make the world better.
Yeah. Ultron.
And he saw that as, okay, the only way to make the world better is eliminate humans because they're the ones trashing everything.
Trashing everything, yeah.
So White Vision, I feel like is...
just a robot?
Yeah, more
like controlled by
him,
yeah.
And no AI because I think they realize how dangerous AI is.
Yeah.
They don't want another Ultron. But I feel like Hayward could have a connection to Ultron where he's trying to build a body to then insert Ultron's AI into it.
Yeah.
And go from there. So, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a good theory.
It's another one of those theories that we were
says Agatha all along slaps. I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, it's another theory that like I've heard that one where Ultron is White Vision. It would make sense, but I don't think they're gonna go that route. I don't know. I mean, it could, but I don't think they're gonna do that. I think like you said, it's gonna be like he's gonna be an android. Hayward's gonna control him.
He just takes orders and does his mission.
Yeah.
But
we'll see.
No, we shall see.
Anyways,
Spider-Man, No Way Home, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't pop to me. I've never really...
None of the titles are really...
I haven't been a fan of any of the Tom Holland titles.
None of the titles are like really that like amazing. I mean, they make sense to what they're going on in the movie at least.
The thing is, Tobey and Andrew's movies, they were just Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, and then Spider-Man 3, and then Amazing Spider-Man, and then Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. They had to set themselves apart, and Homecoming made sense. Number one,
new suit.
There was a homecoming dance in the movie.
Yeah.
That's like a big premise of the movie. And then two, it was Spider-Man finally coming back to Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was very,
So it was like the homecoming for Spider-Man. Like, that's the poster child for Marvel comic books. So I get the homecoming one. But then Far From Home, I guess,
Home Alone. Scott said Spider-Man
Home Alone, yeah. But, Far From Home, I was like, but I get it. Okay, sure, he's in Europe now. Whatever. And then now No Way Home is like, okay, I guess.
I mean, I like it. I don't mind them.
It's all right.
Yeah, I don't mind
I don't
them.
know. I just give me... Gee, at this point, I would have been okay with just them naming all of them Spectacular Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Because all this home stuff is kind of like, ugh.
And just how bad it gets, how much people want to know what the title is because of how much they change it. I think that's another thing. What it is too. It's just so good publicity of knowing what's the title because it's going to go towards the movie. Yeah,
no, I get it, but it just doesn't pop for me. All of the home titles and all that.
I'm happy with that. I don't care. I don't care. I just want to see the damn movie.
Oh, yeah, no,
that's what it is. I just want to see the damn movie. That's kind of what it comes down to.
Yeah, ready for the... So, yep, we're going to do an episode probably Saturday after Nick gets out of work, and then we can Skype you in. We're going to probably try and Skype in Curtis as well. He's been wanting to get on the show for a while, so...
we'll have a full table.
Yeah.
Half virtual table. Yeah. So we'll try to do that.
Oh, yeah, so we'll see if we can get that together. But, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really amped. I love this show.
Yeah, this show's going to be good. It's just, what it is it's going to be literally the catalyst to the next phase, to the next big phase of Marvel. So
yeah, this was the intro to Phase 4.
Yeah, so excited.
Fun times. But, no, I'm looking forward to it, man. Great freaking show.
They do.
I'm glued to the TV every time this freaking show comes on.
That's why I don't mind watching it after, because I watch it twice. I watch it myself, and I watch it with Sam. So I watch it I watch it twice every week. So
yeah, it's so good. But any final predictions?
No, I think we said enough. My tinfoil, my head's hurting. Too much tinfoilness happening in one episode now.
So one last question, and I'm gonna pose this to
everyone
watching live now, and everyone who watches this in the future. Say in the comments. Let me know what you think right now, though, Nick. Do you think Elizabeth Olsen deserves to be nominated for an Emmy for her performance in WandaVision?
All right. I'm going to say yes. And the reason why I say it is because she's had to learn how to act in each decade. That's not easy. I don't care what anyone says. Her and Vision, both her and Vision, her, but her more her because she's more in it. It's more about her. She has put such a good performance on how each decade she got the acting perfectly right for each decade. Like that's not. I don't care what anyone says. That's not easy.
Yeah, no,
I can barely do a nerd sheet video and like of just me talking, like let alone doing a decade video of like. In the 50s, I wouldn't know how the hell to talk like that. Yeah. Like she did such a good job. Like she would deserve an award for what she's done. That's my opinion.
I agree. I would say she definitely needs, just like you said, because of the decades and how she knew how to specifically portray each decade.
She literally must have watched each decade,
and not
like
only
shows.
That, with these last few episodes showing the backstory and the emotion
she's putting towards
the grief she had to go through.
Yeah.
And that part where she just lets it all go and that creates the hex, just the emotion she puts into this character is just so good.
Especially with the way that they didn't do enough for her in the movies. Like, look at Endgame. She was in the last 10 minutes.
But she did have a big moment.
She did have big moments.
Mess Thanos up.
Yeah, dude, she did have good moments. But like I'm just saying that like the portrayal of like how her and Vision like they needed to do justice for her. That's why I'm hoping when Black Widow comes out they do more justice for her too in her movie cuz it gives something. Cuz like the performance that she just did for WandaVision, I think she deserves some sort. Doesn't have to be like the biggest award, but she does deserve some sort of award.
Yeah, no, I would say that definitely she should be nominated for Best Actress in a. I don't even know if you would call this series a drama or a comedy. They would probably put it in the comedy category just because it's them, but definitely Best Lead Actress to me. And then I would even say Agatha should be nominated for Best Supporting.
Because
she did amazing.
Yeah, that was like even though some episodes her parts were so small, they were so like relevant to the story and the arc of the story.
And again with her, same thing. Each decade, she knew how to portray.
And it was perfect. So both of them deserve leading actress, supporting actress. They both deserve an award for it.
Now, I mean, Paul Bettany also did good. I just don't think he really got to that level where you say he should be nominated for an Emmy.
No, but he still did amazing.
If he did get nominated for an Emmy, I'd be like, sure, why not?
Because think of like the decades of like each show, how they showed it on WandaVision. That's how they do in the show. I just watched an episode of the Dick Van Dyke Show because it like on YouTube. I just searched it looking, and I'm like, damn man, the acting in this time period like. Back then, that's how it was, those shows. So it was a little easier. But for someone to do it every week, each episode's a different decade, that's tough. Like, so I was tied there. So I would be full on with her getting an award. And like,
it definitely should. To me, at least get nominated for an Emmy. You know, like I don't know when because I gotta see who else is nominated. But definitely at least nominated her and
Agatha for supporting.
I forgot the name of the actress who plays Agatha.
And it's a big actress too. We always do that. We have brain farts during podcasts. I've noticed that.
They both did amazing, I think, and definitely deserve to be nominated. And then just in general, I think Jimmy Woo should just get an award for just being Jimmy Woo.
Why not? Right? I know, right?
But no, I mean, that's what I think. We're looking forward to the season finale. Hopefully we could do a live broadcast Saturday, maybe around 4 o'clock-ish, you know, to really just wrap up WandaVision and get all our feelings out there. Because it's over and I'm sure Vision will be dead. But no, Yay. WandaVision. Nick, tell everyone where they can find you online to stalk you.
To stalk me, guys, you can find me at Instagram. Nicholas.
Look at the camera. Tell them.
gonna hide. No, you guys can find me at Nicholas8392 on Instagram. Check out. There's Gabe coming in the shot. yeah, that's my big one. Just check me out there. You guys check out all the new comics, pictures of Connor, Sam Connor running around. Get out of my field. I'm gonna go in yours.
There we go. There we go. Anyways, yeah, find
Thanks,
him
guys.
online. Nicholas 83 something.
Nicholas8392 on Insta, guys.
Yeah, find me everywhere. Nerd Sheet. You already know what it is. Nerd Sheet
Talks.
Talks.
Later.